Hello friends, welcome back. War 4, Season 11. Today we're taking on xPuma, a rematch from a war from last season. Hopefully this one turns out as well. We're going in with Void and Namor and Blade, since we have a magic on our path late that I want to use Blade for. So first up we have the one magic on Tyranny, Long Distance Relationship, and Mighty Charge link. So magic, again, not labeled as a villain, therefore she will get no power. So I don't have to worry at all about Limbo. However, our opponent is running the dodge tactic, so magic is classified as a small champion, and you can see there she evaded. And I confess I had forgotten to completely check the defense tactic before this fight, so as soon as she evaded and got me that first time, I knew that I needed to switch to 4-hit combos and back off. Pretty much baiting the heavy here. Since she has Mighty Charge, it's difficult to land a parry. She's really, really messing with me with these evades. It says 5%. I'm sure it is 5% in the code, but in practice, sometimes it feels like way more than 5%. And this is an opponent, or rather a champion, who has no built-in evade ability. It's not like a Domino, it's not like a Spider-Man or another Spider-Verse champ. So she's evaded probably almost 7, 8, 9 times. It seems way more than 5%. So I guess I'm just getting really unlucky. I think if this weren't a Tyranny node and I was, having to deal with Limbo, this would be probably a really bad situation, because every time she dashes forward, she's purging the debuffs. So I'm not getting any sustainable degen on her. Plus the evades. And even with class advantage, I think that I forgot to look. I think this is a 565 magic, or maybe, I don't know. Either way, it just, the longer the fight goes, the more chance that an evade is going to get me stuck. I'm trying to balance staying close to her to keep, at least one weakness debuff on me for willpower healing, with not staying too close too much, because then my attacks are going to do next to no damage. And without the benefit of constant degen, my physical attacks are really the only way that I'm going to get her down. So close to the end here, I've healed back a sizable portion of the damage from getting caught on a couple of evades. And one more combo should do it. There she goes. So, 93%, not too bad. Could have been way worse for sure. Alright, so next up we have a Quake. On the similar node, Special Luck 1, and the Buffet node is active. Now Quake, when she has the Aftershock on you, it's supposed to be a 10% chance to stun you per Aftershock, but I pretty much just assume whenever I have one on me that I'm going to get stunned, because it seems like it always happens. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to miss a parry, and she's going to charge a heavy, so now I've got an Aftershock on me. So I basically, if I want to completely avoid the stun, I need to be in a special attack when it goes off. So that doesn't happen. I parry, get stunned, but I had just parried her beforehand, so I get the block off just in time. I avoid getting completely wrecked by a 5-hit combo and maybe a follow-up special with additional Aftershocks. So I got another Aftershock charge on me. This one does not proc a stun, thankfully. Other than that, I'm staying pretty much topped off at full health thanks to Long Distance Relationship. I'm trying to push Quake to her Special 2 because I find it's more consistently dodgeable than her Special 1. I feel like I still have trouble even to this day trying to time like the little rock wave thing that she sends out. So there we go. We finished the first 2 fights with the yellow bar, so can't complain too much about that, even though those were some butt-puckering moments for sure. So, no mini-boss action. We're up top in Tier 2. This is another Killmonger on the Recovery, Vigor, and Domino node. This is only a 455, so I don't need to boost up too much. In fact, I might not have had to boost up at all. But, I want to make sure that I can complete my path with, ideally 0 deaths every war. So that's what we're going to do. So I did what was look like a medium attack boost, just a special 12% special boost, and then some light other boosts. I did not do the mutant power boost because I don't think it did anything in the previous fight. So the strategy is the same here. At the outset of the fight, it's not going to look like I'm doing much damage. With Namor, it's easier to push Killmonger to a special 2 because the bleeds that you proc on him will give him extra power. I find the special 2, even though it results in 3 free hits apparently, or not apparently, 3 free hits on him thanks to the invulnerability charges. It's much easier to work around. So strategy here, again, get to the special 3, get that giant attack bonus from the Fury buff, and then just go to town on him. I'm not doing a really good job of trying to time my first special 3 so that it pops right when Imperious Rex is ready to go. If I thought that I would need like an extra Fury buff, I probably would have been a bit more careful with it. But I could see this fight was already going my way with just the 1 Fury up, and I was pretty sure as soon as I hit Imperious Rex, the fight was going to be close to over. So there we go. Hit 30 Outrage, pop my second special 3. I think my first Fury buff, again, is either already gone or close to being gone. So really what I'm looking for here is just that unblockable special 2 to finish him off. And there we go. And 3 hits and he's dead. So pretty good fight. Maybe not as exciting as the first time, but I knew the strategy would work this time, so I was less nervous about it. Alright, this is a Domino on Recovery Buffet and Dominable. So I am going to pop a advanced power boost here, and I was trying to debate between that and an invulnerability boost because Domino has an evade on her lucky, plus she's small, so she's going to have an extra evade. In the end, I decided for an advanced power boost so that I could get a debuff on her right away after my first combo with a chance to cut that evade chance in half. So I didn't. I get the crit buff, so it's still okay. At least I've got some degen up on her to try and cut down some of the Buffet healing. Get the Petrify up, so now Buffet is cut in half. She's lucky, so I'm going to back off, try and bait that special 2. She's not cooperating. It looks like, however, that they did fix the block break issue finally. So if you're not familiar with that, what they've done is essentially when she hits into your block with her first hit on her medium attack, it basically locks you in place so that you are unable to dex out of the second part of her medium. And you couldn't dex out before, but this really just prevents you from letting go of your block either accidentally or on purpose. So, and there's still enough time after the medium before she gets her first light attack in that you can still dex out. So she's evaded a few times here. I got caught by that one, but not sure why she didn't go in with more than 1 hit. So I lucked out a bit for sure there. But this is an unduped Domino, so I don't really have to worry about critical failure, which is nice. I can just kind of be patient with it, try and bait out the special attacks. I don't have to worry about the dexterity buff failing or anything, or my debuffs causing me to degen. So she goes down with mostly no issue, minimum health loss. Alright, this is a MODOK on Buffet and Best Defense and Empowered Immunity. And the Best Defense node is really what you got to worry about here. So he's going to have a sizable increase to his auto block accuracy. So really the strategy here is to treat it like the Explosive Personality Aggression Armor MODOK that you would see sometimes on the old map, and really just parry and heavy. This will prevent him from auto blocking at all. You also see this guy's running suicides, which I was very excited to see. So I have an extra source of degen, which means the fight's going to last a little less long. So parry heavy, and then as soon as you push him over an S1, back off. He likes to throw the S1 when you are far away from him, so keep your distance, and that usually works the best to bait out that special 1. There you go. And as far as the timing on the S1, you want to do it right as his head comes forward. There are 3 hit events on that laser blast from his jewel, and you want to make sure that you get all 3 of them. Otherwise, it's going to reverse your healing, which probably wouldn't do in this specific instance, it wouldn't do that much damage. But holding my S3 because I'm going to give old MODOK here a little proctology exam before sending him on his way into the trash bin. And there he goes. All right, MODOK down. So next up, we have another magic. This is on the debuff immune node, special lock 1. This time I will have to worry about Limbo, but since I brought the magic cheat code, which is Blade, this will both counter the number of instances that Limbo pops up, and also it should work to counter her evade as a small champ too. So I'm not sure that she evades at all in this fight, actually. I'm trying to remember. She might evade once. Other than that, since she's debuff immune, there's really no sense in using my special 1 because, the bleeds aren't going to proc on her. So I'm keeping my power lock up to heal myself and try and counteract the effects of any limbos that do proc from pushing her over bar power. Again, Blade is like a cheat code for magic most of the time, and I've got the 40% I think attack increase just for her being a dimensional being. So even though she's debuff immune and Blade relies a lot on her bleeds, his bleeds, I'm still getting a ton of damage in with not a ton of hits. So already down to 20%, and I'm keeping myself close to 100%. Really not necessary because I knew I would only need Blade for this fight, but it's nice to see how close to full health you can stay. Down she goes. Alright, last fight for me this war is a Green Goblin on Recovery Strike Back. So last war, which was the one that I forgot to record, I had a Green Goblin on this node, and he actually nailed me with a special 2, which happens rarely. And if I hadn't have healed up before the fight, he would have killed me for sure. So this one I don't have really any issues with. I get the Petrify debuff up early. Man, I'm having trouble talking today. As of late, it seems like Green Goblins that I've been fighting have been really stingy with their special 1. And then when you finally give up or you can't back up anymore and you push them over to 2 bars of power, they're really sneaky with that special 2, and that's what caught me last time. It was coming at a moment where I really wasn't expecting him to throw it. Alright, so I lay in with my special 2, get that Power Sting debuff on him. It procs into a weakness and a degen, which is great, so I get the degen from the degen, and then the extra degen from Void's abilities. So I've got 5 unique debuffs on him, pretty much maximum degen here. And I'm completely destroying his healing, so this is like, best case scenario. Void's special 2 really underrated, I would say. I think it's most useful if you are trying to if you're running the Sentry synergy, I think it is, where your special 3 grants you this Mega Fury based on how many unique debuffs you have. I can't say that I've ever actually tried to do that because it's a bit RNG based, unless you run like the Resonate Mastery or you kind of include the Parry Stun in that in those listed debuffs. So I don't know how practical it is, but regardless of that, I think the special 2 is pretty good when you need just that a little bit extra degen. And Green Goblin goes down. Didn't get any shot at the Korg boss today. I was second in line, but the guy in front of me ended up soloing him with his Havoc, so no scraps for me to clean up on for sure. So xPuma, they did take the rematch victory. This was a real disappointing war for us, I think. We were ahead early, and then it seemed like in the last maybe, 3 or 4 hours of the war, they just went, balls to the wall and cleared 2 full battle groups, seemingly, in a matter of minutes. It wasn't really a matter of minutes, but and then they pulled ahead by like 20 deaths, and we just couldn't catch up. So our battle group did pretty good. Hopefully we can come back next time with a victory. Our record stands at 2-2 here. Don't like losing streaks, so the season a quarter of the way over already. Hope to see some more of those juicy platinum rewards this season. And I will quit rambling now. So, as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.